than that, I don't think
Remember
I
his
French
two-car?
twice on my whole back.
The Anheuser-Busch
Really?
car?
Yeah, when he was doing my neck, it felt good. I didn't care if he did my
It was
whole
an
neck.
Enduro car.
Yeah, but the other thing is, like, when I was with him,
Didn't hurt.
like with the motocross, you know, it was like he was number 12. You know what I mean? And then when he was growing up, he was 29. You know what I mean? During his amateur stuff.
And he was the 2.
He was rated number 12 in the.
But he ended as a 66. The last.
Well, what I'm trying to say is
he always was 66, but wanted to be 66. So.
And when I played hockey with him, he was number 7. You know what I mean? So it's like he's got a lot of numbers associated with him. To me.
But 66 was.
But 66 was the whole race, the car racing. You know what I mean?
Every car we put in the wall was under the number 66. So.
Every car you had to fix after he put it in the wall.
So what's going to happen to us? 29, you know what I mean? So. Oh my God.
Yep.
So tattoos maybe in July or August.
Yep. I think July or August. I think we gotta have a sign-up sheet
So
by
we're
June.
gonna have like
We're
a
gonna have
black
tattoos in July or August.
with like a
So what are we gonna put a sign-up sheet at the bar maybe or something?
On the web.
On the web.
On the web.
There you go.
Part of the page.
We want to put the farmer found the asphalt.
Whatever you want to put with the 66 is totally cool.
Yeah, because that's what his whole
You can do his face on your back like Steve-O if you want. You know what I mean? It's really good.
Who was the girl that Benjamin girl?
Bonnie, I'm Dawn. Yeah.
Part of that. Asphalt, the farmer hit the asphalt.
I haven't.
Sarge made me do it.
Yeah.
He's made me do a bunch of things. Well, I'll blame it on him. I don't know whether it was actually him, but
66 and says Sarge made me do it. Yeah, I can go with that.
Yep.
Or put the Sarge and then 66
here,
maybe.
one more.
Oh, no, I'm
Yeah, I thought about the car.
Huh?
You are turning like red.
For everyone.
How long?
Hey?
Figured 20 years. I took a shot
Yeah,
with the
alcohol
farmer.
does that.
It always turns my ears.
You're right.
You know, I have never.
Rick's already half drunk.
Yeah.
Half drunk. He's whole. He's all the way drunk.
Tonight.
No, any night.
Any night?
I'm cheap. I ain't free.
Nope, even Sarge would be honored to know that you did your first shot after 20 years.
I know.
And he wasn't the sentimental type.
No.
But
No.
certain things would touch him, and this would have been one of them.
Or me.
Well, we're not talking about
The night at the racetrack.
him being touched. You know, that's one thing. Okay, he would probably touch you.
You want to know something that's weird? Because over the time of our lives, me and Tracy, our prom night, who slept with us that night?
Sarge. I don't know whether I'd admit that outside of Sarge's grave. Hear that, you bad boy?
No, when I was actually
He went skinny dipping with my wife a couple of years ago.
When I was living up the farm, I come home one day and there's like, I come down the driveway and there's a donut, and I'm following these donuts in the house and they lead all the way through the kitchen into my room onto my bed, and then on my bed there's this big huge pile of donuts. I walk out and I'm like, Sarge, what the fuck is that? And he's like, thought you could use some help getting laid tonight, Dad. That's how he lived.
Oh.
Fucking good shit. That was one of the best he ever got me on right there.
Yeah, but you blew up his toaster, so.
I did blow up his toaster. That was
Oh
for
my
the,
God, there's more things that.
Tell the toaster story.
All right, well, the toaster story was related to the fact that we were playing three-man out in the bunkhouse. Got him real drunk. I'll make it short. Woke up in the morning with me and Scotty Bergeron. I'm sleeping on the couch, and Scotty wakes up in the morning, and he's going like this. He's fucking wiping his knees, and he's like, dude, what the fuck's all over your rug? And I'm like, I don't know, what's on my rug? He's like, I don't know, I got this fucking white shit all over me. What the fuck is this? Turned out to be Rust-Oleum fucking spray paint. Sarge had spray painted his kneecaps white, called the white cap. Fucking, so I'm sitting there and I'm laughing at Scotty for having the white caps, and he's like, well, what's in your hair? And I'm like, I don't know what. And I go like this, and it's all slimy and gross. I'm like, what the hell is that? Turns out to be dish soap. So Sarge got us both, and then he went home, went to bed. So we wake up in the morning all mad and shit. We're like, all right, we gotta go get him. Go over to his house, and we're like sitting in the living room. What's up, buddy? How's it going, pal? He's like, what are you guys up to? What are you doing? I'm like, nothing, we just came to see our pal, our favorite pal, Sarge, you know? What's up? How you doing, pal? He's like, no, you guys are up to something. I'm like, no, we're not up to nothing. Fucking Scotty goes, oh, I gotta take a piss. He goes out in the other room, fucking drops an M80 in the toaster. Boom! Fucking explodes in the kitchen, fucking shatters the microwave, breaks a bunch of dishes, fucking, all this fucking silver shit raining down in the kitchen all over the place. You couldn't even breathe in there, it was so bad. What did we do? Sarge said, fuck it, let's go to the bud plant. So we went and had free beers all afternoon.
Oh, nice. Nice.
But yep, that was the story.
Blown up toasters.
That toast
Did you guys do it outside the house? I thought you blew like a couple of shingles off the house or something. You did it in the kitchen.
No, that was after the Fran Mort weekend, and we were actually fighting. We were arguing. Somebody said, let's get Absolute, so we got a bottle of Absolute. We had been drinking all weekend. We were doing all kinds of other bad shit that weekend. We got home on a Sunday. We had been camping all weekend. We went to see AC/DC that weekend up at Old Orchard. So we get home and we're fucking fighting in the yard, and Sarge was all mad. And I pulled up in the car and I knocked his grill over like I always did. I used to pull right up to his grill and then I'd just tap it and the thing would go smash and the coals would fall out all over the ground. So he's yelling at me for that or whatever, and I don't even remember what happened, but he comes over and he's like, you fucking changed the radio station, what the fuck? Don't fucking touch my radio. And I ended up picking his radio up over my head and I smashed the thing in the driveway. Then I started pissing on it. I pissed all over his radio. So he's all mad. He's out there yelling, throwing shit. And he's like, hey, Dad, I'm over by the garage. And he turns me around. He's like, throws a D-cell battery at me. And I'm like really fucking drunk. And I'm standing there. And I'm like, yeah, right, Sarge. So the thing's like coming right at me. And I'm thinking, there's no way that thing's going to hit me. The thing hits me right in the kneecap. Fucking folds my leg over. I'm like down on the ground, freaking out, going, ah! So I get up and I ended up picking up something. I don't remember what it was, and I threw it at the side of his house, and I broke a bunch of shingles off the side of the house. And he grabbed me in a headlock, and we're rolling around in the driveway, like beating the hell out of each other and shit. So we get in the truck. We had to go down and pick somebody up uptown. And
that was back in those days, right? What?
Oh, yeah. We were fucking drunk. So I get in the front seat of the truck, and him and Scotty get in the back, and they're in the back of the truck. And we're driving up Bear Hill Road. I don't remember what we dropped off or what we picked up, but we're coming back up Bear Hill Road, and they're like pelting me with ice. They're like whipping ice at me through the back window of the truck. And they hit me in the head and shit, and I'm getting all mad. And I get all this ice, I'm gathering it in my crotch. I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna get them motherfuckers. So we're like halfway up Bear Hill Road, and I just lock up my brakes because I was gonna jump out and take all the ice and start throwing it at them. As soon as I lock up my brakes, they both go smash their heads off the cab. Scotty's glasses break right on his face. He's got all this blood trickling out and shit. I jump out of the truck like this, and they're both all doubled over, like totally bleeding and shit. I'm like, oh, all right, good enough. I jump back in the truck, speed off. They fly to the back of the truck, almost fall out the back. We go pulling in the driveway. Sarge comes up to me. He's like, if you don't fucking leave the property now, I promise I'm gonna fucking kill you. Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, all right, I'm going home. I've had enough. See you later.
That's when
I went home.
That's when home was in Merrimack, wasn't it?
Yeah, home was at my dad's house. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Long time ago.
I think everybody hit that grill.
Oh my God.
Just to piss him off.
Well, it was.
Well, he
did it to him all the
bought the
time.
brand new one. Had the sides on it. Dun-
Little teeter there, you know what I mean, back and forth before it goes over.
Start in the fall. Here it goes. He'd come
And the
out,
shit would
"You
roll out.
fucking ass."
Oh, I'd get so mad. Every time. Did it to him all. I didn't care if food was cooking on it.
Was it you? Who was it? You and Scotty that built the barricade in front of his fucking door?
No, that was just me.
That was just you?
Yeah, I showed up one night and he was fucking giving me shit. He's like, you fucking better be there at 6 o'clock. I'm fucking telling you, I'm fucking sick of you blowing me off. So I show up at 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm standing there. I'm like, that motherfucker. So I started taking all the car parts and all the fucking cordwood. He had just dumped like 2 buckets of cordwood in the driveway. So I just sat there going like this, and I'm just throwing logs at the door, and I buried the whole door so you couldn't even get in. The whole thing was buried, and then finally like 8:30, I was like, well, I better get out of here before he comes home because he's gonna make me help him with all this shit. So I took off. Sure enough, he comes home at like 2 in the morning, punch drunk, couldn't even stand up, and he couldn't get in his house. He's like, what the fucking asshole, fucking jerk. There was shit everywhere. There was race car tires piled up, fucking like a half a cord of wood. All kinds of shit all over the place. I can't tell you how many times we retaliated that back and forth though. That happened back and forth, back and forth. I'd come home from work and there'd be all kinds of shit piled up against my door. I couldn't get in the garage, couldn't get in the house. We did that over and over again.
You fly people.
You lived with Sarge back then?
Yeah. Yeah, I lived with Sarge in between Derry and where I live now. When I moved out of Derry, when Bud went to jail, I was living with Bud, Cindy, and me up in Derry. And then Bud went to jail and I couldn't afford the place. I moved back home with my dad for like a week and I couldn't stand it there either because Peggy was living there then and it was just tough.
Well, I remember Derry.
So I moved into the farm.
We all went to your place after
Gilly's funeral.
Dave Gill's funeral.
Yep.
And that was probably within months of you moving out of there,
Yep,
or
it was. Yeah, I only lived there for a year. And then, yep, I ended up at the farm. I lived at the farm for like 8 months. Papa Sarge used to make me cut wood every fucking Sunday and shit to pay my rent.
Eric lived there for a while too, didn't he?
Yep. A bunch of us lived there at different times.
That's the good heart in Sarge.
He took me in. He didn't care.
He took a bunch of people in.
He
took Sid in.
He was
Oh
like,
yeah, Sid a couple of times probably.
Took Sid out.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people took Sid out, but I tried to get a hold of Sid actually.
As far as Sid goes, he learned a lot from Sarge because Sarge went up and read him the rules of life. Told him to get the fuck out. Well, he didn't do it just like just get out. He just told him what he had to do to get on with his life.
Sid had it tough after Ann left, but there's no doubt that the bouncing around. I spent a lot of time with Sid after that shit happened, and he was out of control. There was one point where I was in the bar and Scott Bergeron was in the bar too, and Scott is not known for keeping his temper very easily. Okay, and.
Not ever been known to.
No. Sid was sitting there going like, "Oh, my kids don't have a father anymore. Their father's sitting over there." You know what I mean? And it was Scott, and Scott was like, I went over and shook Scott's hands, and I'm like, "Dude, thank you for not beating the shit out of my friend." I got him out of the bar as quick as I could.
That's one kid between Scott and Bobby. I would not want to.
No, neither one of them.
Neither one of them. First of all, if I was going to do anything, I'd do it to Scott because he has a freaking
good sense of humor.
This much compassion that he'd leave me alive. Bobby, I'm not sure.
No, certainly not.
The two of them, I've seen the two of them fuck up more people than I've seen everybody else fuck anybody up combined. And that's the truth.
We went up to Canada. We went up on a hockey trip. And fucking Bobby went up and fucking annihilated this fucking kid. And we're here we are, there's 12 of us against Canada. And he fucking goes, "You mess with the United States, that's what you get." And I'm thinking, oh, here we go. So we didn't have to fucking play in that game. Fucking Levesque fucking breaks this kid's fucking arm. The next game, we didn't even make it out of the second period.
And he got thrown out?
No, the whole fucking, we were just, they brought in the semi-pro team. They just kicked our ass. They just totally destroyed us.
Sent you packing.
They sent us packing. And of course, being the derelicts from Merrimack that we are, we stole all the fucking jerseys out of the AAA team with a hockey stick over the net, fishing them all out. And then the Mounties came over and fucking was threatening if we didn't get them all back, we're going to jail. They're all coughing up the fucking things, but one, we couldn't figure out where it was.
The last Sarge story that I actually have that I will ever have.
Sarge was on that
Let's go on to the
trip. I
Bruins.
got pictures on that trip.
Fucking the night we got this shirt, went to the fucking Bees with Sarge. He took me to the playoffs. Big long story, but I'll tell you the end. We're sitting in the parking lot after the game, and we're staring at a Canadian license plate in front of us, and Sarge is like, "We're getting that fucking license plate." And we're fucking hanging it up in the garage, and I'm like, "All right, let's get the fucking license plate." So we get out, and we're like over there nonchalant, drunk, walking around the car.
With the screwdriver?
Yeah. Both had a screwdriver in our pocket and a wrench and everything, whatever we might need. So we get out, just as we're getting ready to steal the plate, the people that own the car come and they get in the freaking car. He's like, "All right, we'll follow him. Let's fucking follow him. We'll fucking figure out where they're staying, whatever hotel, and we'll steal that plate there." I'm like, "All right, let's do it." We get in the truck, we're fucking shattered. Start following him through Boston, I don't know, down on Starrow Drive or whatever. He ends up losing them. So he's just like, well, we ain't getting no fucking Canada plate tonight, Dad. We'll get one next time. I'm like, all right. So we drive up. I'm like, hey, stop at the bar. Stop at the bar. Stop at the bar. Stop at the bar. Kid wouldn't stop. No matter where I pointed at, no matter what I said, he wouldn't freaking stop. Kept driving. I'm like, come on, dude, let's have some more to drink. I don't want to go home yet. It's too early. Let's not go home. He's like, oh, we ain't going home. I'm like, all right, where are we going? Pulls into the Golden Banana.
Oh no.
12:20. We pull into the Golden Banana. I'm like, nah, come on, dude, we ain't going in here. He's like, oh yeah, we are, and you're buying, bitch. Like, come on, really? He's like, yep, come on, you're the bitch tonight. You gotta fucking buy, because that was the deal. He came up with the tickets. I had to pay for everything else that whole night. Every beer, every T-shirt, everything we bought was all on me. So we walk in. The guy's like, $60. I'm like, $60? I'm like, it's 12:20. I says, what are we gonna be in here for? A half hour at the most? He's like, $60. Sarge is like, pay the man. I'm like, all right. So I pull out the $60. I give it to the guy. We walk in. We sit down at the freaking stage there or whatever. Sarge says, what are you drinking? We've been fighting about alcohol all night long. I mean, all night we fought about what are you drinking? You know, another whole story in itself. I'm like, I don't know. What are you drinking? He's like, shut the fuck up. What are you drinking? I'm like, I'll take a Heineken, I says to the lady. He's like, I'll take a Coke. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Oh no.
So we're sitting there. She comes over. She puts the Heineken and the Coke down. She says, that'll be $22 or whatever the freak she said. I'm like, $22? So I hand her the money. Sarge goes, all right, we're out of here. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I just spent fucking $80 fucking in here. He's like, I know, I wanted to see if you'd do it. Let's get the fuck out of here. He's like, come on, we got to make it to the bar for last call. I'm like, you motherfucker. He's like, shut up, bitch. Get in the fucking truck. That was it. $80 of my money on. We were at the freaking at that place for 5 minutes. 5 minutes cost me $80. So I just want to see if you'd do it. Bitch.
I've been to the Golden Banana with him for longer than 5 minutes, but
5 minutes. We didn't even see a girl come out, I don't think.
I think we, as a matter of fact, I think we all got thrown out.
I did.
You did?
Thrown out of every strip bar he ever went
I've
to.
gotten thrown out.
Thrown out of everywhere.
Denmark was his bachelor party that we all got thrown out.
I threw up that night.
Yes.
Multiple times.
Lancy made sure I got home. Thanks, Bill. Love you, man. That was it.
Didn't we end up
Bill,
at
I wouldn't have got home that night.
We ended up at the. We ended up at McMino's, and didn't Robin like show her boobs or something like that?
Oh,
No wonder why you threw
Robin
up.
had her boobs out for sure. Oh
That
yeah.
was downloaded 10s. They wouldn't let Bud in. They wouldn't.
Oh, that's a classic story. Bud ended up
They wouldn't let Shine in. Yeah.
Shine.
Shine fucking like walked home.
No, we picked him up on the way. We got videotape of that, picking him up on the way.
Oh my god.
Someone stole his jacket.
He was
I
so
can't
fucking
find my
mad.
jacket.
Yeah, I fucking puked my guts out that night. I was in rough shape.
Hey, tell the story.
Is that the night we went to Caruso's? And
Yes.
Got in all the trouble with the fucking whipped cream and shit?
Yes.
Black chick?
Yes.
Oh my god.
There was a couple of bachelor parties that we went on, and I might be getting them confused, but we got in trouble, I think, on both of those. Pretty bad trouble.
Yeah, we did.
Now there was a time that I remember we went to the medieval manor.
I was there.
And afterwards,
Bread between her legs, if I'm not.
yes, she did. Yes, she did. Piece of bread between her legs. If I'm not mistaken, though, didn't we all end up on Lansdowne Street, and a bunch of us got thrown
we got
out
thrown of that fucking
of
bar.
Mama Kin's?
Not just like thrown out.
Oh, like tossed.
Thrown out of
Yes.
the fucking bar.
Yes.
Yeah, Mama
And
Kin's.
Thistlewood was the
That's
one
how
that
we
got
were
us
doing
kicked
until
out.
they recognized Tracy.
Oh yeah, we got rolled out on the
Tracy,
street.
ain't you from West Newbury? All of a sudden,
Oh, wait a minute. We won't throw you out.
They can go back in.
thank you very much.
Yeah, we got thrown out. Honestly, I don't remember. I can't tell the story, but I really think you were the bigger part of the culprit.
He was
that
part
night.
of it.
I think
No.
he was the reason. we
Well,
were
that's
Thistlewood.
See, that's the thing. It was Thistlewood that caused the problem. Okay,
Thistlewood?
Brandon Thistlewood was
Wasn't he a
drinking.
limo driver.
No, it was the terrorist, as Sarge used to refer to him, Scott Fuller.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
Scott Fuller
But they
was
had
a
what-
limo
that
driver.
and-
business together.
Yeah,
and if you remember correctly, there was a humongous, nasty snowstorm that hit that night, and we didn't even take a limo. We had like a 15-person van, and we all decided that we were going to keep our reservations. We were late. We made it to the Medieval Manor. We had a great time, and then we walked out of there and we went to Lansdowne Street. And there was one place we couldn't get into the the X night at the Access because some of us were wearing sneakers. Can't go in there if you have sneakers. So we went to Mama Kin's. We got into Mama Kin's, and
They thought
Brandon was acting completely irrational, and he was completely a mess, and he was getting thrown out.
I was just quieter.
Yeah. Well, he snuck a beer, and that's when.
Well, no, remember it was an H-shaped, okay? The bathrooms were in the middle, and there was a bar on both sides, okay? So he got shut off at one bar and decided to walk past the bathrooms to the other bar and get another drink. And they said, "You're out of here." So they got him by the scruff of the neck, and they're carrying him like to the door, and me and Sarge are sitting at the bar having a beer, and I look at Sarge and I'm like, look, he's getting thrown out, we might as well just go. So we start getting up, but it was shoulder to shoulder the whole way, so we're just like slowly making our way toward the door, and I've got a bodyguard or a bouncer sitting right in front of me, and he decides that he doesn't like the fact that I'm getting pushed up against him, and he elbows me. And I was like, what are you elbowing me for? I'm trying to get out of here. That's when they took me by the scruff of my neck, and I'm the one that got tossed down the front stairs into the snow. Yes. There was only 3 stairs, but that was not funny.
I think I was trying to convince them not to throw you down, and I think they threw me down with you.
It was ugly. It was ugly.
Shoved, at least, if
But
not thrown.
if you
I remember having to rescue Sarge from getting thrown down the casino ballroom stairs.
Oh.
Those are huge.
That was Candlebox.
Yeah.
We went to see Candlebox. His mom and dad had season tickets.
And they had club seats.
Yeah, we sat right on the front row at Candlebox. That lasted, there was tables and chairs. That lasted for about 8 minutes of Candlebox before they tossed all the tables and chairs to the back. And then it was just awful after that.
And that was unacceptable.
Sarge was protecting somebody that night too. Wasn't Jen there or something?
Yeah, somebody was trying to take her pocketbook.
And he was like, "No, you ain't doing that." Bunch of stadies come in. They're like carrying him out. No shit.
wanted to
Like a
throw
sack of meat.
him
And they were gonna.
down the
There's like 40 stairs that go down the back of the.
All
Jen?
cement.
No, Dan Dignod's ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Jen.
Wasn't
yeah.
Surfer Girl's name Jen too?
Probably. Yes.
I think her name was Jen.
Just Surfer Girl.
Surfer Girl, that's all she was to me. Yeah.
The worst thing is, like, I saw him on Thursday, and he said to me, "Hey, we're coming out of retirement. We're going back and playing hockey. We're playing Saturday night. I come home, tell Trace, coming out of retirement. I gotta go get some shit. I gotta go play hockey." Friday morning.
The news came down.
Playing hockey anymore.
Yep.
A week before, I brought my bike over there. He says, "Go ahead, take it for a ride." Ranks down the road. He just let it rip. Comes back, that's a fucking slug. No, you suck. I just put over $3,000 in the friggin' motor. That's a slug.
If you're waiting for Sarge to have something nice to say, keep
Yeah,
waiting.
I know.
Keep waiting.
Got a long wait. Not till one of us dies, anyway.
The only time I didn't even hear him say anything nice was when I was in rehab, and I guess he said something nice about me at the track.
Drinking rehab?
You know what's,
No.
It's weird because we all
I
have been
broke my
through
back.
at different
Oh,
points of our lives.
And he won the
physical
100
rehab.
And he won the 100-lap race.
Oh, I was at that race. That was a great race.
That race.
I was in.
That was awesome.
And
Yes.
I broke my back, and he said something. And I never knew what he said.
That was one of the few races. Actually, I went to, and I know you guys all probably have been to more races than me. I think I was only at like maybe 3 or 4 races.
We went every Friday.
And 3 of the 4 that I went to, he hit the wall either in qualifying or during the race, okay? And I was, remember they made me the point man because I was a big guy. So I'm the one that stood there. I didn't have to change the tires or anything, but that was the 100-lap race in October, and he fucking won that race. That was exciting, man. That was awesome. You have video of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
He had the car all ripped apart when they came over to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was radio man that night. That was a fun night.
We all sat on top of hit the truck.
He was talking about that because he was saying about, just tell me where high or low, don't stutter.
Oh, he'd give me shit because I'd be saying oh, Jesus Christ, Kerry's moving up through the pack or whatever. He'd be like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about Kerry. Do you want me high or low? Where the fuck are the cars? Shut the fuck up. And he would yell at me all the time. And he'd be like, I'm going to take your radio away. I'm going to fucking take your radio away. And then the next week he'd be handing me the radio back. And he'd be like, all right, Dad, fucking, I need you on the radio. And I'd be like, all right. You know, there was one race where I don't know if we were at Lee or at Hudson. Rick would probably remember because he must have been there. But Sarge was fucking out there, and somebody rubbed him under green. And he's like, "Did you fucking see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I saw that." And he's like, "What do I do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. What do you do?" And he's like, "I'm fucking asking you. You're the fucking radio man. What do I fucking do?" I'm like, well, I don't think you should take that fucking shit. And he's just like, oh, so you're gonna get me in trouble now. I said, all I said was, I don't think you should take that shit, Sarge. Next thing, I mean, they're still operating under fucking yellow. He goes right down the fucking side of the fucking car and stuffs him in the infield. Just totally wrecks the car. Black flag under yellow. Fucking get the fuck out of here. Drives out to the pit, drives the car on the race car. He's like, you happy now, Dad? Are you fucking happy now? I got thrown out of the fucking race. Are you fucking happy, radio man? You're losing your radio next week, you know?
Until the night before the race.
Until the next week.
Here's the radio. Can you please not fuck me next week?
So why did he always call you Dad?
Track we went.
Oh, Dad was way beyond.
Dad was actually an old nickname because of a car I bought. Steve Ethia gave me that name because I came home with a car with wood grain on the side.
Under a caution.
And that was in 1989.
Oh my God.
Everybody has called me Dad since then.
Yeah.
I was Sarge's favorite nickname, so I mean, he had a lot.
Green flag draw.
Dad was his favorite.
It depends on the circumstance. Hey, asshole! Radio man!
Idiot was the big one. Fucking if it was like Dad, then idiot. Oh yeah.
I think everybody.
What'd you do with that flask?
Everybody was idiot, but
It's in my back
he definitely
pocket.
enjoyed calling me idiot.
Julie's gonna do a shot.
Oh,
Come on, flask it up, baby. Show us your flask.
I dirtied the cups. You just have to.
It's all right. It's clean. It's got alcohol on it.
Let's go.
Not more absolute.
It's gin.
You're gonna have lipstick on it.
That's okay.
I didn't know everyone was gonna be here.
Nice, nice. Pass it over. I brought it to drink.
You know, the one thing I always told Sarge in the bar when he'd come in and sit by me, I'd be
I
like,
told you it was bad.
I was
That's
saying-
rubbing alcohol, by the way.
I would say,
Did you see anything come out of me?
I don't think I saved you.
It's okay. We planned on finishing it here.
you wasted those drops.
Oh, well, wait. Here, wait a minute. You can get some more out of that. I know you can. All right, it's getting dark.
Miss you, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, I know that it's all been about racing and all that shit, but there's a lot of partying. But there's a lot of hockey for me and part of my life with you.
And the fact that he really was like one of the truest friends you could have.
Oh,
Yeah.
good friend, good friend.
There's a lot of making out
I
for me.
remember,
Really?
I
Did you
remember-
made out with Sarge? You're admitting that on tape.
I remember being
This is going to be on the
broken down
internet, you
the side
know.
of the road late
Yeah,
in
I
hockey
remember
practice,
the racetrack.
and that son of a bitch came
Trace
by,
half
picked me up
asleep.
out of the
Trace
blue.
comes
Out
running
of the
in.
fucking blue. Picked me up, got
Lands
me
right
like
on
practice on
Sarge.
time.
Nice, nice. Rick, did you make out with Sarge?
No, I didn't make out with Sarge.
You fixed his car a lot, though, didn't you?
Downtown, I'd be like,
Julie made out with Sarge.
Yeah, I made out with Sarge several times.
Let's go.
I never made out with Sarge. No, I didn't.
I think I did a couple times.
A couple times,
you,
just a
buddy.
couple.
He would put out. That's one thing I could say for that. He would put
He
out.
was easy. He was quick and easy.
Hey, I gotta admit, he dropped his laundry more faster than anybody I knew. Anytime there was like something going on, he's like, I'm in. Sorry, we're not doing anything yet.
I actually have pictures of the whole our backyard during a 4th of July party turned into a nudist camp. A bunch of people. Oh, they were all out in the water swimming. Yes, Julie was out there. Sarge, Becky, the whole mess of
It's all
them.
good.
I got pictures of fucking Canadian
And the
trip.
neighbors got to see.
Yeah, well, what?
hockey
It's all
trip.
good. No one's getting hurt. all
Room
good.
debacle.
Hey, I like naked parties. I can deal with that.
It's all good.
I didn't even get naked that night, but I took a lot of pictures.
I remember
You're busy.
going up 93 in the Charger. Nasty snowstorm. Everyone's going 20. Sarge's doing 100.
And we get that car going to the fucking roof. We feel like it was going to rip off that guy.
So like this,
Down the highway in the snow.
What about that Lamont?
Fucking that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about, right?
No, I'm talking
brought me to
about the
work
gold
one day.
Charger that he had.
I was working in fucking Blastow Market Basket one night. He gets me. I'm in there with like fucking 16 other people. For seems like, and he bring me to work, drop me off. We're doing like 140 down there. I'm like, oh. Like, get to work.
Please, yeah, please. Well, if you don't make it, you'll probably be in the hospital. So
that was back in the Nickerson crash days. You know what I mean?
oh my God, yes.
Sarge was the fucking guy you could call from Santa Fe and say, dude, I need a ride, and bail. And you'd fucking come on down. He'd fucking be mad at you the whole goddamn time. But there's no way he'd fucking leave you
show up with a buck. I got it.
He would show up. That's the one thing about Sarge. When I needed him, he was fucking there every time.
Every time.
Not most of the time. Every fucking time. He always fucking showed up for me when I was at my worst fucking point.
Even that's what his wife said about all that shit. Even though they were going through that turmoil shit. I told you not to do that, whatever. But he'd be right there.
She could count on him. Everybody could count on him. Sarge was somebody you could count on. Fucking day and night.
Yeah, when I was in the wheelchair, Sarge would come again.
Yep.
No one would show up. Sarge would come up. Let's go.
Yep. He did that for everybody.
Let's go.
He was really.
And he'd just take me out.
Out.
Just to get me out.
Take your gimpy self out.
Yeah?
But he didn't finish the brakes on my car. I have to dig him up, fucking drag him over there.
Well, I think
What
that.
am I supposed to play fucking hockey with now?
I don't know, my
Sure
brakes
the
still
hell
aren't done. They gotta get done soon. Or I won't be able to stop when I come over.